Okay, so today was another eventful day in Mellys' trial. It looks like the prosecution is having a rough time still trying to put Melly there with the gun in hand. And they also had some difficulty with one of their witnesses today on the stand, which was Melly's ex-girlfriend's mom. So basically, we see that the prosecutor was getting very agitated with the witness. He even called her hostile at times, which she probably rightfully so was hostile due to the fact that they did take her from the Virgin Islands. Basically, she had to quit her job because she had to come to the States. She was saying she was making as much as $9,000 a week. I mean, I'd be mad too. So she didn't really give much information about what she knew, if she knew anything, because according to her, she basically couldn't recall anything from the deposition that she had in December. So what you're gonna see here briefly is basically Holmes giving it to the prosecution, and the defense just wasn't having it. They were objecting to pretty much everything during this point. But this was probably, I want to say this was a heightened moment in the trial, because it was the one thing, like the prosecution said, could have been very damaging had it been done properly to the defense. You know, it had information about what happened prior or after, you know, Melly got out the car and supposedly got picked up by Fredro Bang, and was at Fredro's house with this girl, with Bortland, and Bortland and his girl. So this was a very, very pinnacle moment for the prosecution to try and slam dunk this. But the way they went about getting that information, it again, you know, when they don't dot their I's and they don't cross their T's, you get mistrials, you get jury hangups. So yeah, if someone did do, or if Melly did this murder, they're dropping the ball. If Borland did this murder, they're still dropping the ball. I think they need to get straight to the facts and give people that aha moment of, oh, this is what happened. Until then, they're dragging this case along, and I don't think if I was on the jury, I'd be able to make a decision as to whether or not this man should be on the chair. So just watch it for a second.
Thank you. Raise your right hand, be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please state your full legal name for the record.
Felicia Ashe Holmes,
Please spell your first and last name for the court reporter.
Felicia, H-O-L-M-A.
Please have a seat. Ms. Holmes?
Yes, sir.
That microphone in front of you does not move back and forth. It will adjust up or down, but not back and forth.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you. Good morning, Ms. Holmes.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Not good.
Are you cold?
No, I'm just, you know, I don't feel comfortable.
Are you nervous?
I feel threatened.
So, Ms. Holmes, I want to start and just talk about who you are.
Yes.
Ms. Holmes, do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
Can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury who is Mariah Hamilton?
My youngest daughter.
And how old is Mariah?
She's 22 right now.
And Mariah, did she have a romantic relationship with someone named Jamel Dennis, also known as YNW Mellys?
Yes, she did.
When was she involved in that romantic relationship with Melly?
I think it may be 2016 or so till maybe 2019, 20.
Okay. Did you have the opportunity to meet Mr. Dennis?
Yes, I did.
What did you refer to him as?
I call him Jamel Melly.
Do you see him here in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Where is he?
He's right here.
And what's he wearing?
A white turtleneck and a gray jacket.
Here, I made a record happened on October 26th of 2018.
Objection. Asked and answered.
I don't know what statement you're talking about. Rephrase your question to specific.
Ms. Holmes, did you ever make any statements specific to what was happening in the car on October 26th of 2018 prior to the homicide?
Objection.
Thank you. I still, come on sidebar, please.
So, Ms. Holmes, I want to ask, were you present when your daughter spoke with law enforcement?
She was 17, I had been present.
No. Do you recall about when that happened?
If she was 17, that had to happen in 2018.
Okay. Without getting into what she said on that. Do you remember where that statement was taken?
No, I don't.
When you came down to Fort Lauderdale, was your daughter concerned for Mr. Dennis?
Objection. Cause for conclusion on part of this witness.
Based on your daughter's demeanor,
She was
how was she
Objection.
acting?
Sustained.
When you arrived in Fort Lauderdale and saw Mr. Dennis, did you ask him what happened?
Objection.
the
Asked and
objection?
answered.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, repeat the question?
When you arrived in Fort Lauderdale, did you ask Mr. Dennis what had happened?
No, I did not.
Nothing further.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
You came here and one of your first, let me get it.
Objection, Your Honor, improper.
I haven't asked you.
Excuse me, counsel, you direct your comments to.
I'm sorry, I haven't asked anything yet.
Ask your question.
When you first took the stand, you said, "I feel threatened."
Yes, sir, I do.
Who do you feel threatened by?
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled.
Christine Bradley, the prosecutor's office.
This prosecutor.
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Anything else to this witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Holmes?
Yes.
You said you feel threatened by
Of
me.
course.
Okay. Did you fail to appear for numerous court appearances?
No, you never served me. Lied.
Okay.
You lied to the court.
And with regards to, did you work in Redding, California?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Immaterial.
Overruled.
And so that was a location you were at?
That's why I was chopping her head. Yes.
Okay. And in terms of the prosecution, you have been served on various occasions to testify.
You served me a subpoena on November to be the next week, and I was in California, 10 hours away. It wasn't even served correctly.
And prior to that, you were served with a subpoena in
Never.
February of 2019.
You never served me. I know you served it to a location I didn't live at anymore.
Do you recall coming to the courthouse in February of 2019?
Objection beyond the scope.
Excuse me.
Anything about the courthouse now.
Excuse me. Come sidebar, please.
You even went so far as to hire an attorney
Yes,
to
I
try
did.
not to show up.
I sure did.
And has the state offered you any money?
The state basically has me on a monitor. If I could go to my job with this, it's embarrassing. People think I'm a criminal. The state has run my life.
And in terms of your feelings and ill will towards the state and myself,
I just feel like you lock up innocent people.
and does that influence your testimony today?
It's not influencing my testimony.
Have
No,
you-
I'm telling you,
Have you- that's not-
I don't
that's
understand.
not a-
Excuse me, hold on. Only one of you can talk at a time. You ask the question, counsel, you answer it, and when you let her finish her question, and then when she starts answering the question, you let the witness answer her question, all right?
Yes, Your Honor. So that my question was non-responsive on that one.
Ask your question.
So, Ms. Holmes, in terms of the court order that was issued,
Yes.
you're aware that that was found to be valid?
No, I'm not aware of that at all.
Okay. You hired an attorney to go and represent you with the 4th District Court of Appeals?
He had to hire an attorney because you tried to get him this far.
And no, that's false statement.
Objection.
Excuse me, counsel, you're not testifying.
I
all right?
agree on
You
that.
Excuse me, you asked a question, all right? That's it, you asked the question.
And so, Ms. Holmes, with regards to that, you hired an attorney,
Yes.
and you then tried to get any sort of court order requiring you to be here in court thrown out.
No, what I did was I hired an attorney because you were saying you served me the subpoena that you never served.
And that was found to be valid.
You never served me a subpoena that was never, you never served me.
Oh.
I've never seen a subpoena from you from those addresses that you said you served. Those
So-
are not my addresses.
Your testimony is that you have never been served to appear in court.
Judgment
I've
asked
served-
and
I've never-
answered.
Sustained.
I-
Excuse me, sustained.
And so, with regards to your feeling threatened on them, have I ever, any sort of physical violence against you?
No,
Okay. Do you have any written threats from me?
it's intimidating. You've intimidated me this whole time. As of
And,
now.
and in terms of your participation in this case,
Yes.
you understand that you were served a subpoena to appear here today?
You served a subpoena after you arrested me. You
And
served
you,
a subpoena at the jail when I was in Broward County.
and you understand you were here pursuant to that court order?
I'm here.
And that requires, under the law, to comply with court orders to, and that compel the attendance of witnesses.
I've been complying.
Okay. Nothing further.
Anything further?
No, sir.
Thank you. Is this witness excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am. You may step down. You're excused.
This